Hi, it's Dr. Butch Rosser again, and welcome to Chapter 2. This is a big problem. I want you to know that don't worry about big words or anything like that at all. We're going to be talking to you in words you can understand. That's why I'm here. I'm your medical messenger and translator, and I want to tell you how severe this problem is so you can understand the tremendous impact it has on society. We talk about why we must fight, and it's easy to know why because we have to fight a disease that impacts tens of millions of people. That's right, tens of millions of people suffer with this. And I know you're saying to yourself, gosh, I didn't know that. Now, did you know that upwards of 40% or 120 million Americans have heartburn once a month? And up to 60 million or 20% have heartburn once a week? Are you kidding me? And then to continue on, 3 to 7% of Americans have a more serious problem that we call gastroesophageal reflux disease. And this is a degree of this GERD that actually wreaks havoc, and that can impact 9 to 21 million people. And if you want some more bad news, and that wasn't bad enough, guess what, sports fans? The incidence of this is rising. That's right, it is getting worse. And that's why we must do everything we can to fight this disease. Now, let me give you some other interesting facts, because I love giving people facts that actually cause you to think. Well, this is so bad that 22% of primary care visits are for heartburn. That's a lot of folk. And so doctors are being inundated with more and more people coming. And this is an increase of 46% in the last 7 years. This problem is getting worse. And did you know that we're spending billions of dollars on these medications? And unfortunately, more billions of dollars from the complications of these medications. And we're in just a bad feedback loop where we're chasing our tail and we can never catch up. Also, billions are spent on evaluating this problem. And there are a lot of people who question our entire method that we use to go about taking care of this problem. And so many doctors aren't really aware of the most up-to-date ways and pathways to approach this. And then they're busy and it's hard to keep up and keep people in the proper diagnostic and treatment rotation. And the thing that I'm really sad about, and this is why we came up with Second Opinion Chaperone, is that over 40% of the people, that's right, over 40% of the people who suffer from this problem or think they suffer from this problem don't even have the disease because of misdiagnosis. Now, just take a look at this map. Take a look at this map, and you quickly see that GERD or heartburn is not just a U.S. problem, but look all over the world where this is a serious problem. So this is a global issue, and it continues to get worse. Now, if that wasn't enough bad news, and I know I'm on a roll in the wrong direction, chronic heartburn can be the source of Barrett's esophagus, and Barrett's esophagus can be the source of esophageal cancer. And the esophageal cancer that took my uncle, the incidence of this is up 600% since 1972. 600%. Now, did you know, as I mentioned before, I don't know if you knew about Barrett's esophagus and its association with esophageal cancer. And in 2016, we're thinking about 16,900 new cases that will happen in the U.S. this year. And that has been on the rise. And the deaths from that are about equal because, like my uncle, once you let it go too far, it is hard to treat. And 15,690 people will die in this country in 2016 from this disease. Now, when you look at the percentage, okay, let's just look at the percentage here. You may say, well, this isn't a big issue. You may not think 16,000 people actually their lives are really significant enough to change anything or be more aggressive. But I'm telling you right now, we're not happy with 25 to 30,000 automobile fatalities in this country. We're not satisfied with 20,000 people losing their lives from opioid ingestion and overdose. So how can we be satisfied with acceptable losses here with esophageal cancer? We cannot let this continue to go on the rampage, and that's why we're here to help you work with your doctors to win your war against heartburn so you won't get into this situation. There are 36,000 people in this country living with esophageal cancer. And the survival, ladies and gentlemen, is only 18.4% over 5 years. And those numbers are even suspect. We are not doing a good job, and we can do better. So, there are those who feel that, so what? These are acceptable losses. As a physician and a healer, I cannot accept acceptable losses. We really do not have the best care being given for this problem, the right early evaluation and diagnosis. We don't have it yet. And that's why you have to pay attention to every chapter in Heartburn University, because it's going to empower you to work with your doctor so that you can have a great outcome. We'll be back very shortly for another chapter in Heartburn University.